DanTDM is going on tour.
This is my massive live audience.
What is up, guys? Patchy here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Internet's Worst, the show where we take a specific genre and then we try to see what is the worst of that specific genre. I've already recorded this episode, but when I went to edit it, the audio sounded like my mic was in my room and I was outside. It was terribly quiet. So we're here again. And let's just do this, I guess. So, we're going to be talking about the Internet's Worst show today. But, before we get into this, a word from our sponsor. The sponsor is myself, because it's time for self-promotion. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, it's at Patchy_official. That would be really nice. Also, if you guys don't know, I used to have a gaming channel called Patchy Plays. But I changed it to Patchy Trolls. I'm going to start doing a lot of trolling videos over there, like PUBG, Fortnite, Minecraft, all that stuff. I already have 3 episodes of Minecraft trolling up there. They're all re-uploads from my past Gamer 87 days, so that's why the audio probably sounds really terrible. But it's going to be great. Hopefully the audio is not too loud for you guys. But let's get right into this. So if you're wondering what took so long to get this specific video out, I've actually been not waiting till I do this because I didn't want to do this episode. I hate this show so badly. So let's get into it. So if you don't know, YoTube Red, it's a thing where YouTube's like, hey, you want to have a show? Let's just do that. And it ends up, there's either gold ones, like gold shows are really good, and terrible shows. Anything with Smosh in it is on the terrible side. And surprisingly, this isn't anything to do with Smosh. Thank God. We are talking about DanTDM creates a big scene. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Not just in this show. Like, just anything. I put a little ranking system of everything. Like, my worst from the least worst little thing. This is like a one-off thing, but yeah, just look at it. That's honestly my thoughts on it. It's terrible. So let's get into this. So we're only going to review one episode today, and if you're wondering why only one episode, it's because I could not sit through any other than one. That is not a joke. I actually can't sit through more than one episode. So yeah, let's get into this. So it starts with him vlogging, but you can tell it's clearly not a vlog. It's clearly someone holding the camera. The quality's too good to be a typical vlog. That's what I'm trying to get at here. It's unrealistic. They could have used an actual like phone or something that makes the vlog look more realistic, but no, they couldn't do that one. And then it shows the characters. They're all animated except for one, which doesn't have an introduction but is a main character, by the way. Just keep that one in mind. We'll get to that at the end of the episode. The character animation is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, what is that? Look at that. I don't, what are these characters? This is terrible. And speaking of characters, let's get into what I wrote down for each character trait. Okay, so we got the main character, Dan. These are actually what I wrote when I was watching the episode. Overconfident, not funny, cringe lord. I'm pretty sure I was watching my own videos while I wrote that down, so anyway. There's Mr. Pig. He says something smart in massive quotes, and then he just makes a squeal noise. He does this, I think, three times throughout this episode, which is terrible. And, Dr. T. I actually just wrote ... for this one. He has no personality. He just makes, like, that's all it does. He's based off a Minecraft villager. But they couldn't give him dialogue at least. Like, come on. And there's a parrot who doesn't get an introduction either. He just repeats stuff, really. And he was revealed when a really random part of the episode. It made no sense at all. It's terrible. And then there's the pugs, who just make fun of other characters. And there's two other characters, which we'll get to in a bit. Oh, this is just actually terrible. And then there's a joke about the putting lipstick on a pig.
Oh, and look, there's Mr. Pig too. So you can put lipstick on a pig.
It makes no sense. There's no point of it. It's not funny. It's just terrible. I know you may be saying, oh, Tyler, you probably really don't think about this show like that. It's probably just all for the video. No, I actually hate this show. And then it cuts to a random documentary bit. I don't know why this is in the show, but there's documentary bits where they just talk in front of a camera like it's a freaking reality show. And it's just out of place. It's terrible. And then it cuts to the intro. I'll play a clip of it. It's terrible. It's probably the worst intro I've ever seen in a TV show. Like, that's not how you do an intro. This is how you do an intro. Never happened to man, the capable, man, TV. I get to live in here. Somebody tell me, please. So the it's revealed no one shows up at a show, which is also just put in there for the trailer. And, this, I don't need to reason with you on how unrealistic that is. With a YouTube channel that has over 10 million subs, and no one's at a live show of his, that is not realistic. And I know I'm talking about a show with a talking pig that puts on lipstick, but you couldn't have this one little realistic bit. No, they couldn't do that. And then he uses a fake social media, which I hate when TV shows, movies, all those use that. Like, they couldn't pay to use it in like a quick little scene. No, they couldn't do that. Instead of Twitter, he uses Pugged. And then it cuts to a stupid montage, which is just in there for the trailer. It's just clearly trailer bait. It's terrible.
I think of any ideas.
And then, on the last day, no one came up with ideas, so they're like, hey, let's just ask the fans what they want. You think they would have done that, like, earlier? Keep in mind, it was the pig's idea. And after he gives this idea, he just squeals. That's his character. They get into, like, a montage of him training for the show. And this leads to the only good joke in the entire episode.
Why are you doing star jumps?
Dunno.
And the joke is terrible. Many people won't notice this on the first viewing, but the pig squeals and or talks twice without moving its mouth. They cared this little about the show that they couldn't even sync the character's mouth movements.
Oh my.
And then it cuts to the show. Dan's late, and friggin', I don't even know. It shows the crowd. Did they know they were gonna be in this terrible show? Or were they paid? I can only assume they were paid, because who would come to this? Dr. T creates Evil Dan for no reason. It's just a plot device. My notes for this one is just Dan but evil, because it's literally the exact same character, but one's good, one's bad. You know, it's the typical generic evil clone cliche that has been in so many things. It cuts to a random tour vlog, like a random just shots of the tour, which it looks like someone recorded on a freaking phone. Like, that's what it would seem like. I don't know why this was put in. I can only assume this was put in to promote the show. He tries to show them, you know, his whole life. They go to when he was born, and then it's a face. That's all that needs to be said. Oh, look, it's a funny face. Let's get a cheap laugh out of it from the fetuses who watch this show. The two Dans play a game, which is like a pug sumo wrestling game. I swear I was high when I was watching this, because you can't make this up unless you're on some type of Class A drug. And then Dan wins. But then the evil one wants to dance? No reason! This show is terrible. And then another character is introduced. Keep in mind this character is supposedly a main character. Hasn't been introduced this whole episode. Her name's Eve, I think. Which, her character is bland. So bland, I don't even think she has the character. I don't even think she woke up for this. She was like, it's a quick paycheck, I'll just do that. And then she does the worm, but she says it's the caterpillar. This show has no direction. And then things happen. And then there's a random bit about morals. This show has no morals. It shouldn't be preaching morals. The people who made this have no morals. And then it comes out of nowhere. It's unrealistic, stupid, and I hate it. I hate this show. And that's it. The episode ends. My overall rating of this show is nothing. If you want, the first episode's free. You can watch it. Is there even a good YouTube Red show? I don't think there is. I think the thing that really downgrades this show is YouTubers can't act. That's why they do their own thing. But if you're putting them trying to play a character, it doesn't work because they can't act. There's like a select few that can act, but not half of the people who have shows. There's only one thing that YouTube Red can be saved now. Scare PewDiePie Season 2. That's all that needs to be done. Yeah, but that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, smack a like button, subscribe, all the crap. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Patchy_official. Make sure to subscribe to Patchy Trolls. I'm literally trying to make an update video explaining what the future of that channel is. So, I'm not doing any trolling videos until I get this video done, because I really want to get it done and all that. So yeah, sorry for the delay in content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.